Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. If you're new, welcome. My name is Lesley and this is my beauty channel. Today we are going to be doing another review and I'm really excited on this one because it is kind of like a me and a palette if I were a palette. We're going to be reviewing the newest member to the Naked family by Urban Decay. It's the Petite Heat palette. I'm going to be playing around with it. You're going to see live and in action how they apply and blend on my eyes. We're going to be swatching it. I'm going to be giving you all the information there is to know about it when it's launching, etc. We're also going to be doing a little comparison and swatches next to the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette, which is one of my favorites. So this guy was in my Best of Beauty 2017. I absolutely love it. It's one of my go-to palettes. If you like review videos, don't forget to give this one a thumbs up if you liked it, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You totally don't have to if you don't want to, but it would mean a lot if you did subscribe. And let's go ahead and get started. So you will be able to get your hands on this guy on February 22nd if you are in the US, and if you're in Canada or Europe, you'll be able to get it March 1st, and if you are in Mexico, you will be able to get this on May 1st, 2018. You guys, how adorable is this palette? I am seriously in love. It's so fiery and warm, and you get some really great neutrals in here. All 6 colors are brand new shades, so none of them are repeats from the original Heat palette. A couple shades are a little bit similar, and I will do comparison swatches next to the similar shades in the original Heat palette. So those will be coming if you do want to see them side by side and how they compare to the ones in this, and then you can kind of decide if you really do need it. 5 of the shades are matte shades, and that's what I love about the palette. They did mostly mattes, and then you get one Demi matte finish. So this cream color isn't like a total matte, it's more of like a satin finish with like a tiny sheen, but it's not sparkly or has like a lot of flex to it. This palette is retailing for $29, which breaks it down to roughly $4.83 per pan. So it is quite a bit cheaper than the full-size Naked Heat palette, so it kind of like lets you kind of dip your feet in the water if you want to, or if you love matte shades only or just like warm neutrals in general. I think the price point is a good price point for a high quality product, and the pan sizes are the same full-size pan that are in the Naked original palettes, so it is a decent size. It's not too small. You get quite a bit of product in there. In my Naked 1 palette, I went through one of the pans and it took like years to actually get through, and that was my only palette at the time. So I mean, I used it like every single day. I know for a fact from experience it does take a while to get through these pans. Urban Decay is a cruelty-free brand. One thing I do want to say about this palette is it is not vegan. I got that directly from their website. Some of the shades do contain Carmine, so if you are vegan, you'll probably want to skip this palette. So my thoughts on this palette, I do really love it. I used it to create this eye look today, and I love how they included mostly matte colors. I think it's perfect for travel. It's super sleek and compact. It's really secure and hard plastic, so you don't have to worry about your shadows getting banged up or breaking or anything like that. It's really secure in here. And I know Urban Decay for a while has been working and kind of revamping their original formula of eyeshadows. So this formula is a newer formula. It's very creamy, it's very pigmented, and it's very blendable. You will see in the demo creating this eye look, they went on and blended out like a dream. There was no fallout underneath my eyes. There was a little bit of kickback in the pan, but it wasn't bad at all. The shadows are just extremely soft and very pigmented. And then on the website, I just want to read you kind of a little blurb about the formula of eyeshadows. It says it's made with Urban Decay's Pigment Infusion system, the proprietary blend of ingredients that gives each shade its velvety texture, rich color, and blend ability. And I definitely think those are all of the above. They are pigmented, they blend well, and they're very rich. This palette was also made to pair with your original Naked Heat palette. Some of the shades are a little bit similar to ones already in the Heat palette, and I will swatch those side by side so you'll kind of know what I'm talking about if you're a little weary about buying it. I don't think you absolutely need this palette if you already have the original Heat palette, but I think if you are a lover of warm neutral shades, you will absolutely love this palette and you'll be so happy you added it to your collection. I would definitely recommend this to all of my friends and family. I think it's a really great palette, and it's especially a great palette if you are a working makeup artist. You could totally add this to your kit and it would be a really great staple palette for you. I did use all 6 colors on my eyes somewhere in this makeup look. I think this palette is very cohesive. It works very well together, and I am just overall very impressed, and I'm really happy to have this one. I'm actually traveling to Iowa next week, and this will 100% be coming with me because it doesn't take up a lot of room. I get tons of colors that I know I'm going to use and kind of my go-to staple shades for my crease. And then I'll toss in maybe one other palette and some like fun ones like glitter and stuff like that just in case. Overall, I think you get everything you need in this palette, and it's perfect for a beginner. It's perfect for someone who loves makeup and is obsessed with makeup, or it's perfect for a traveler. I'm gonna go ahead and compare these guys side by side. So I have the full size Naked Heat palette and then the Petite Heat palette, obviously, because that's what we're talking about. Here's the palettes side by side. You will kind of be able to tell that Inhale is kind of similar to Ounce. Hot Spell is very similar to like Sauced or even maybe Low Blow. Vibrate is kind of similar to Chaser. Wild Thing is honestly its own color. There's no color in here that it's similar to. You can definitely see that. Heist is very similar to He Devil and maybe even Cayenne. Then Strike is very similar to Enfuego. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch those now on my arm side by side so you can see how they compare to each other. And then I'll also do a full swatch at the end of all 6 colors on my arm so you can kind of see the whole palette and its range.
She dyed her hair blue. She's going through a midlife crisis at 22. Oh, she thinks she's so cool. Well, I hate to admit it, but I think she knows, I think she is too. Oh yeah, she doesn't want another boy like me, another LOSCR who thinks he can sing. Baby, let me be your Nirvana in the 90s. Somebody's gonna love you. Somebody's gonna.
I'm taking the shade Vibrate and blending it in my crease. This shade is described to be a soft nude and the finish is matte. To build onto that crease, I'm now taking the shade Hot Spell, and this color is described to be a terracotta, and again, the finish is matte.
She told me goodbye. Thank you for playing the game.
To add a lot of vibrancy to the look, I am now taking the shade Wild Thing, and this is definitely my favorite shade in the whole palette. It's described to be a scorched orange, and the finish is matte.
She doesn't want another boy like me.
Building up a little bit more smokiness and carrying it onto my lid, I am taking the shade Heist, and this is described to be a rich cayenne with a matte finish.
Somebody's gonna love you. Somebody's gonna take your broken heart and make it brand new. Somebody's gonna love.
This color on the end is called Strike, and this is the deepest shade in the palette. It's described to be a rich reddish brown with a matte finish.
Somebody's gonna love you. Somebody's gonna love you. Somebody.
The lightest shade in the palette is called Inhale, and I'm popping that onto my brow bone. It's described as a cream, and it has a Demi matte finish. Alright guys, so that is it for these swatches. I still have them on my arm. I did do primer, the Urban Decay Eden primer all over my arm and set it with a translucent before I swatched the whole palette at the end, just so you could see the colors very, very true, because I know the first two are kind of hard to see. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and like reviews, and let me know in the comments down below if you're going to be picking up the Petite Heat palette. I definitely don't think you absolutely need this palette in your life if you do have the Naked Heat palette. However, it is a really nice one to add to your collection if you are a lover of warm neutrals and matte shades, just because it packs such a big punch. You get so many amazing colors, and I honestly feel like you're gonna wear every single one of these colors. Wild Thing, I think I love you. I love that color. But yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!